Hi, I made a video. What is video? I just made a video and it's like 32 minutes and I thought it was so like messy and I don't think that I want to like edit everything because it's just a diary kind of format video and I just wanted to be as it is. So I'm just gonna do a review once again of my The Artist Way Week 1. Hello. Jesus, it was like 32 minutes of yapping and nothing else. So these are two of my journals. This is like morning pages, and this is my just general diary where I write all of my ideas and I do all the exercises and um, yeah, I put my ideas and creative thoughts here too. So let's review that. Um, this week was messy in a sense of okay, I did all the morning pages. I didn't skip any of it. I did 3 pages um, every morning, and I don't know if I'm cheating with the size of this notebook. It's not too small. It's not too big. Okay, but I did 3 pages. Okay, like here is my 1 week of pages. None of your business, none of my business, because I haven't read any of it. I was tempted to go back and see what I wrote because I like to do that in general because I've been journaling my whole life since I was a kid. Since I was 7, I think, since I was 6. I think I got my first diary when I was 7. Yes. But anyways, yeah, I didn't do that. There is like this big note here when I open the diary that no one can read this, including myself. So basically, this is a note for myself. Um, but I'm scared that someone will find this eventually and I read it. So knocking on the wood. And this is my water lilies diary. And well, I think that it was easy for me to write every day. 3 pages is literally nothing for me because I have lots of thoughts, lots of ideas, and lots of opinions about everything in general. Because I have a Capricorn moon, basic overthinker, so it's easy for me to write. Um, but the fact that I had to get up early mornings to do that, it was a big problem for me, and I managed to do that most of the time, but I think there was like 2 days when I woke up at like 12 or 1 p.m. But I'm trying to really just fix my sleeping schedule, and it is helping. And one thing I noticed is that I have a purpose every morning to wake up and write, and I just really like that. It's something that I think will come over time and it will change. Um, so, yeah, I'm grateful for that. During the writing process, I realized there is lots of anxiety just built up in here. I know that I'm a really anxious person, Capricorn moon again, Cancer sun, but I did what the book said to kind of talk to your Caesar. I named my anxiety Caesar, and I always wrote about my anxiety as if it's not mine. So basically, it's not mine. It's Caesar's anxiety. Caesar saw it, and if I wanted to talk about it, I would quote Caesar, and then I would just shit on it. Literally, I would say, "Oh my God, shut up, Caesar! None of your business if I do that or not. You can tell me if I'm scared or not." Like just with an attitude, and it helped. It kind of like I distanced myself from it, and I'm looking at my anxiety as if it's here, but I can take a decision myself if I want to be affected by this anxiety or not, by the scissors thoughts or not. So I find it really, really good exercise. I also use that for blurs. So every time I did like affirmation, I had my Caesar thoughts kicking in. And yeah, I also did blurs in that kind of way that I quoted my blurs to Caesar. And I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, but I know it helps, so I'm gonna keep doing that. So there was a couple of exercises. I mean, I did all the exercises, but one thing that really just put me in this moment was just reminding myself and remembering about my like enemies of my creative self-worth. And everything just goes back in my childhood, and it's connected to my family, my school, and Caesar itself, like my anxiety here. It's just like all of it is connected to that school, because I'm not gonna deep dive into it, but school just hated creative people, like my school. No one cared about it. You're worthless if you are into art and you don't know math or like physics. Um, and no one like motivated you, except that I had one really cool art teacher and I loved her, and she was the first person who literally just saw like some potential in me, like saw that I was just doing it out of pure love. And she, like, I had this thought that I couldn't draw faces back then when I was in like 6th grade. And I remember I told her, like, she told me to make a portrait or like draw a human, and I said I can't do it. I'm gonna like draw only a dress because I wanted to be a designer. And she said, no, like, draw a face, try it a couple of times, and after some time, I know you can do it. You will see that you'll be able to draw a face. In fact, I learned how to draw faces, and I also studied visual arts, and I was majoring in painting. So obviously, I knew how to um, I know how to draw faces. So yeah, it just takes one person to believe in you and just tell you this really important word to you, like, I believe in you. I believe you can do that. And it's just a magic word. Then you're like, oh, like, if someone thinks that I can do it, like, who am I to think that I can't do it? So yeah, your Caesar just shuts up and you are being you again. um but yeah, but in general, school like hated me, hated every other creative child, um and my classmates as well. Like, I was kind of bullied, and I moved on from that. But it's just like an exercise. It asked me to remember about it. That's why I'm mentioning it. And I'm not really mad. I don't have anger in my heart anymore. I moved on from that. I kind of think like, like, I uh, forgave those people the mean words that I received. But yeah, just when you're once affected, it can affect your whole life. And now I'm trying to just notice these things and then kind of work through them and find a way to open my creative door and doors, open my doors to creative flow. And my family, and I talked about my family because um, my family has no interest in arts in general. They are blocking it, maybe, I don't know. But they don't understand art the way I do, and they don't have relationship with art the way I do. So yeah, I felt really sad when they couldn't understand me, and it really discouraged me most of the time. Um, but here I am. And I also just wanted to share that I like drew this. This is me with my art piece. It's just a quick sketch, and these are the people around me who didn't give a shit about this art. So yeah, I just really felt this. Like, I remember this picture, like, when I was really really young. This is me showing my first ever ballerina that I drew to some guests in my house. And yeah, I just felt like they were like monsters, some kind. Like, this is literally the picture I remember from that day. So it felt really cool to draw it out and let it out. And yeah, you think you're not affected by this kind of stuff, but you are. And yeah, I did a lot of writing. I did a lot of talking to Caesar, and it felt nice. I also like got a new goal. I want to pass German B one exam in summer. So I don't know, it just came to me, and it came to me as an urge and motivation. So I am thankful for that as well. For this week, I think all of this kind of helped me out to gain the confidence for that. And yeah, I did Hall of Champions, and I just wrote about all the people that I know who support me. And sometimes you feel like you're alone, but then you just have to remind yourself that there are people who actually enjoy what you do. They want you to succeed, they want you to see you shine. Um, Not a lot of them, like, there is not a lot of people like that around you. Obviously, it can be like one or two, but it's still enough. It takes only one person, again, to just, it's like Lady Gaga, like one, like there can be 99. Okay, I'm not quoting her right now, I'm just too lazy for that, but you know what I mean. um but yes, there was a lot of, I had to name only three Hall of Champions um thing, but I named a lot. Just remembered a lot of moments in my life where I felt like, oh, I feel appreciated because of my art. So it was a nice thing to remind myself. And it also felt like, oh, like, am I motivated? I think I want to create again. So yeah. And also, I wrote some thank you letter to myself. I wanted to write thank you letter to my mentors, as I mentioned, my teacher, but I don't know, it's kind of awkward. Maybe one day, maybe one day. But yeah, I just wrote a thank you letter to me because, girl, I know, like, there were so many moments where I felt like I was just alone. I didn't fit in. I still think like I don't fit in anywhere. I have those days. But um, I'm really grateful that I keep moving forward. And even though I feel like a failure and I feel like a big disappointment to people close to me, especially my family members, I just know it as a fact. Even though they're not admitting it, I can see it. Because it's not easy to have a 20 something year old daughter or grandchild who is unemployed. But yeah, I am still chasing my dream of becoming a filmmaker, and I am grateful. My inner child is really, really happy. I know that she's really proud that I haven't given up on my dream and my goal. So yeah, I thanked myself for not giving up and for trying my best to I don't know, like, even this journey, like Artist Way, it's just another way to improve my health and my mental health. So it is something that I really appreciate, um, doing it for myself. uh, so yeah, no one will take care of you the way you can take care of yourself. If you're watching this, have a beautiful week. I'm gonna come back a week later and update you with another week's progress. And I hope that you're in peace, or you will find peace really soon. It's not something that stays with us forever, but I truly think that we all deserve some peace as an artist. And yeah, listen to your inner child. I've been telling this to myself all the time, and you should too, because oh, they want nurture and they want love and hug, and yeah, you deserve that. Have a nice day. Bye bye.